Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a little rainbow bag with little pretty clouds on the front. So just a very sweet, simple little bag. Finishes up at 6 inches tall by 2.5 inches wide by 1.5 inches deep, which is 15 centimetres tall, 6 centimetres wide and 4 centimetres deep. And it's very sweet and it uses free paper. We love this. Sunshine and Rainbow 6 by 6 inch paper, which is free with your order of £45 or €60. I'm just lost the rainbow. Page 18, there we go. The bundle is £41.25 or €54. So if you add in the ribbon, you can get it for free. So gorgeous, gorgeous paper, rainbows everywhere, and even non-rainbow coloured rainbows, because you know we've got blues and greens and yellows there, and then I think there's pink and blues and those ones too, but I'm using a rainbow on mine. So you need a piece of cardstock that's 8.5 by 7.5 inches, which is 21 by 19 centimetres. Let me just scooch that out of the way, slide that on and grab a stylus. So this is just simple basic white. You could obviously use a different colour if you wanted to, but on the long side, the 8.5 inch side, score it at 2.5, 4, 6.5 and 8, and that's inches, which in metric is 6, 10, 16, 20. Turn it to the side and score it at 1.5 inches, 4 centimetres. Then bring it back to your first side, and we're going to do a part score down here, which is you score that at 3.25 inches down to around the 5 inch mark, and again at 7.25 to around that mark, and in metric you're scoring at 8 and 18, and you're going down to about 12.5 centimetres. Okay, let me just belt the bin as I go through. And then what I'm going to do is tip in the light where you cannot see it all. That part score, which is there, it's not, it's there. There we go. I'm going to take that down to this corner and that one to there, and the same from there down. Just in sort of triangles. Okay. And just do that on both sides. And this gives a nice, crisp, neat finish to your box. Now, this is basic white, and much like Whisper White, which was its predecessor, you score in the opposite direction. Now, let me just get a piece of black cardstock. In normal circumstances, you score your piece of cardstock or paper and you fold away from it, okay? And that's how you get a nice crisp finish. If I score here and fold in, you get wibbly wibbly. I mean, to be honest, it's not too much of a big deal on a piece of dark cardstock. But if I bring in an ish scrap of this and I do a score in one direction and another score, you score one way or you score the other, one looks better than the other. Okay, again, it's not a huge deal, but just be mindful of that when you're scoring. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but we've got some creasing going on this one and some on that one. So just be mindful, or less on the other one. Just be mindful of which direction you fold when you're working with the slightly thinner basic white. Okay. And always use a bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, a dinner knife, table knife, can work. Blunt scissors or just, you know, head to my online shop. Oh, I've already done that one. Head to my online shop where you will find bone folders. Okay. Let's get some not grubby scissors. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away a little bit at the top there just to mitre it, and that one at the bottom. I hope you noted I did not burnish or fold the part scores of those diagonal lines. They're just going to happen naturally when you build up the box. I'm also just wedging out of those squares a little bit, so you can probably see it over my hand a bit better. Let's get something dark. Oh, let's get that piece of black. So I've just wedged out a little bit. Okay. Right, so this is going to fold in and round, and that is going to be the front. So that's where I want to put my lovely piece of designer series paper. And I went with stripy rainbows, but I'm going to go spotty. Spotty this time. And this piece measures 2 1/4 by 5 3/4 inches, which in metric is 5.5 by 14.5 centimetres. And for those of you who know your Roger Hargreaves and your Mr. Men books, absolutely convinced that these are the sweeties that Mr. Small fell into his jar. I'm going to have to go and find the book. It's in Oliver's bedroom. I need to go and get the book out. You'll know what I mean though. Right, little piece of tear and tape along here. Let's peel that off. You could put some on the back if you wanted to, but you know, I don't want to. Okay, so I'm going to fold in the back, and then I want to fold in 2 sides in that bit. So I'm going to put some tape on there, and here. But you know what, let's just use seal because it's here and quick. So 2 sides in and that one round, and then just get something long without the tear and tape attached, and just push down. Okay, and then now you remember these part scores that I did. When you push in and run your fingers down, it's formed nicely for you. Right, I'm going to get a couple of clips. I'm going to get some ribbon. Now, the ribbon I originally used was this one, which is from a set, and it's lovely cotton ribbon, but I'm going to go crinkle seam binding because you can buy this on its own. It is crinkled. You can kind of stretch it a bit with a bone folder and straighten it a little bit, but you know, I don't mind the crinkled. It doesn't mind me too much either. And I'm going to go round once and then again, just to help keep it closed. Anything to help me tie a bow. And that's why I like crinkle seam binding ribbon, because it doesn't matter if you've got a wibbly bow like I've got, because that's a very wibbly bow. Okay, so we have a stamp set that you can get as a bundle. And while I'm not using the dies on this occasion, I have. You've seen me use the dies in other videos. What I like is that you can actually punch out a cloud. I'm going to have that cloud, and then I'm going to take a cloud from my designer series paper. I want that one. But this one actually here, I just cut it from a sheet of paper. I don't even remember which sheet I did. I just punched one. And then you can take your stamp set and a little something to brighten your day. that fits in to there, which is good. We like that when it fits. So let's get a little block. What colour shall I go for? What colours have I got in here? That's Granny Apple Green. Haven't used that in a long time. Let's have some of that. And obviously you can have your cloud going in whichever direction you want, but that's cute. And there are, on here you've got hearts, raindrops, we've got thank you as well that would fit in there, and those little squiggles. So I'm going to go with some little hearts and a teeny tiny dinky little block. Just make sure I got those the right way up. And what pink is that one? Don't know, it doesn't say. I'm going to hedge my bets and say it's Magenta Madness. Could be polished pink, but we'll go with this one. And just a whole load of little hearts added on. And I'm going to grab my dimensionals and have one each there, and then I want to lift this a little bit, so I'm going to put my dimensionals onto this side and then cover it over, and then I know that we're all good to go. And those are sweet little bags. I love them, they're so pretty. I think they're really cute. Free paper, a little bit of stamping and punching, and all lovely. I hope you like them too. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Bye.